Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Last Days of Europe with me, Alpha Mega, in Spears, Germany. So, first of all, apology for no video yesterday and only one video the day before. I had some issues with my sleep schedule, meaning that my daughter woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning and really didn't want to sleep. Instead, she wanted to play with toys and her father. Which is great if it wasn't at 2 o'clock in the morning and didn't mean that I barely slept for 2 nights in a row, basically. Which doesn't really put you in a place where you can record. Oh, the joys of being a father. If that was anyone else, I would have strangled them in that very moment. Anyway, where did we leave this campaign? Well, we were actually finishing, well, what could be called Fahrfeder. We're trying to push deeper into Bormann's Germany and equalize the strength that the nations have. But now Göring's German is actually taking the upper hand. So I'm considering an offensive in the north towards Stettin, which could be called Stettin, if we wanted to be very, very original. But the fact is that we still do not have a lot of fuel. I think we calculated last time that we can feed 2 tank divisions, of which we have here 3, and then we have the motorized divisions, and we have a number of infantry divisions here as well, which means that an attack would be fairly hard to feed. On the other hand, we are still drilling some of the units, meaning that if we leave it off for a bit, say until we get roughly 40,000 units of fuel, we might still be able to launch a successful attack. Because if we do this, we really need to push all the way towards Stettin, because if I'm not mistaken, yeah, once we take Stettin, this is basically the only area that we will control. And then we will have to cross the river or do an amphibious attack here into these 2 provinces. So it's not going to be fun. It will free up some of our units, but getting across will be tough. Though once we do that, we have a pretty much open way all the way into the heartland of the enemy. Now, they're also fighting over here, so I don't really think like we should try to do anything here. Any kind of offensive doesn't make any sense. I think they'll be able to hold on to this fighting zone because they are nicely... Actually, they are. This looks like they actually lost Dresden. Oh yeah, they actually got across the river. Well, Bormann's Germany might be in a much worse shape than I thought it was. I mean, their units are really badly equipped. We already know that. So yeah, push might be necessary, or we might actually have to take the brunt of the attack and separate them, but I don't want to do that. I want them to keep fighting. Either way, this is going to require some action from ourselves. Okay, let's unpause, see where this is going to go, and we'll base it upon that. We'll see, we'll see how it's gonna go. Okay, so you guys are taking more attrition. What's going on here? You guys are now trained, and you guys are still green. I mean, I'm okay with having units trained, because that gives them no malice or penalty, but green is really bad. Green is really bad. The Presidium of the Supreme Soviet declared war on the Transbaikal Principality. Presidium of the Soviet... I hate that these names aren't the same way. Transbaikal Principality. Okay. Oh, that's Irkutsk, right? Yeah, Irkutsk is the Presidium of... Okay, so what's your army like? Oh, you're getting way stronger, dang. Okay, Irkutsk, or the Presidium, is becoming a real danger to us. And to everyone around them. So Coburg has been taken. And probably get attacked. Yep, that's supposed to be expected. But yeah, this Bergovar is not going to be any issue. Okay, they're still defending here, which is good. Now, Nuremberg is a valuable place, but not as valuable as München. So I'm not gonna do much in that regard. I'm just gonna let them lay here. Is Leipzig? Leipzig is their capital now. Damn, I can't really let them lose Leipzig. That would bode ruin. Well, the moment they lose Leipzig, we attack. I'm not going to let them... We're not going to challenge them along this area at all. I don't think that's a good idea. Let them just reposition their forces and do what they want. Well, I mean, they're trying. Mass resignations in Argentina. Perón returns. The seemingly inevitable clash between the National Front government and its military backers that arose together with the first rumors of the Peronist return came to a conclusion this week with the latter's confirmation. J.D. Perón, I actually don't know what his name and middle name was. Surprise return to Argentina was followed by mass demonstrations in his favor, which apparently forced the leadership of the army under General J.C. Onagia to negotiate an honorable way out. Do we see him here? No, Jose Emilio Vizca, so it's still not Perón. What is clear is that Perón's return was ultimately allowed to stand and was quickly followed by the convening of a constitutional convention and the state resignation of the president, vice president, and president of the Senate. But he's still not here. Jose Emilio Vizca. Interesting. Okay, so as long as you guys hold this area, I am fine with it. You guys are still... No! Oh yeah, you are. Okay, those are these guys. So where do we have you? Have you over here. I think we might want to push, but the daily consumption 0 is benefiting us. So let's make sure that it's just infantry that's gonna attack. So we'll need to... Okay, we'll need to take everything along this line. It's not going to be... Oh, you can't. Well, okay then, that's gonna be rough. So you guys gonna go here. I'm gonna support that. You guys gonna go here. You guys gonna support that. So we'll take Ansbach and this area. This should still... Yep, that consumes no fuel whatsoever. That is really good for us. These specialized units that consume no fuel are a blessing, because they will allow us to push forward without any significant issue. Oh wait, did we? No, they moved away the units, but you're no longer... But this is Burguvar. Wow, they really made this area weaker. And by weaker, I mean significantly weaker. Okay. Friends in the Reich. Germans fighting alongside us in our occupied territories are not the only Germans who wish to see us triumph in the Civil War. Throughout the Reich are thousands of like-minded Germans who know that only with Albert Speer's leadership will Germany be rebirthed as a stronger, more just power in this bleak world. We should call out to these scattered loyalists and ask them to help us in any way they can. A new well-equipped Heer division will become available in or around our capital, and we got the improved jet fighter. And comrades in from Europe. Okay, let's see if we can get more units here. This is a simple, normal infantry division. God damn it, I was expecting something more, but... Okay, I mean, it's still a fully equipped infantry division with everything we might want it to have. How are we doing on the anti-air? 17 days. Okay, that's actually not looking bad. So we have advanced here. We are still to advance here. The Aryan Brotherhood declared war on the Principality of Vyatka. Still gaining huge amounts of fuel every day. El Comando Militar Argelino has defeated the Il Territoriale Militare Algerino in a war. Okay, so who won the war in Algiers? Comando Militar Argelino, and now it's being led by Jorge Pereira Yardi. Okay, I think I missed the point of this conflict. I should have probably checked it better. Improved jet engine? No. I'm gonna go instead of these because these are already looking pretty good. Factory output plus 15% is something that we definitely need. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is going to be really simple. We are just going to... Oh, you can't! I forgot. Okay, we're just gonna, you know, it's gonna be a simple short operation, so it's not like it's gonna take a long time, yeah. So super easy. You can actually... Oh, we can... Do we want to take Nuremberg? Yeah, Nuremberg is not... Let's just push them out of Nuremberg. We'll see how it's gonna go. Germany. They are still fighting, but this is not looking good for them. Yeah, they advanced here. We will have to, I guess, intervene because Iberia gains control of Algeria. Oh, okay. So this is a part of Iberian Union. Troupes Legionnaires d'Alger. Ah, okay. Formerly, Algeria was under French ownership. Anyone with even a basic knowledge of worldwide politics, however, would know this is no longer the case. Divided by foreign settlers from both Iberia and Italy, the area has been left in a state best described as anarchic. This is poised to change after recent events. After a conflict in the partition colony, it would appear that the Iberian settlers have claimed victory and wrested control of the entire country from both previous owners. The new Algerian state, led by the infamous Pied Noir Jean-Claude Perret, has announced in its gratitude the cession of the area around the city of Oran to the Iberian Union. International observers labeled this as a decisive show of Iberian military prowess, or at least the Italian lack of preparation. We've never seen that before. But yeah, remember, this was a conflict. I completely forgot that it was a conflict between Italy and Iberia. Assassination attempt on Subhas Chandra Bose. Early in the cold, foggy morning of April 15th, a lone gunman approached Subhas Chandra Bose as he exited the plane that had brought him across the highway militarized border dividing the two Indias. Two deafening bangs shattered the morning calm as an assailant fired from an Iowa 32mm, and is that a 32mm? I don't know, 32 revolver basically, that hit the leader in the right arm and torso before being gunned down by bodyguards standing at the ready. One reporter on the scene wrote today, "It is as if the blood that pooled on the tarmac is a harbinger of the blood that will soon fill every corner of India, if cooler heads do not now prevail. East India pulled out of the conference yesterday. It now seems highly likely Menon's government will collapse in a no-confidence motion. With India's last hope of a peaceful unification dashed, it seems the only way forward now is war. When it will come is unknown, but the one thing is for sure now. It will come all the same, and may God be with India when it comes." Yeah, he died. They did assassinate him. Dang it. Oh, we still have you as an unassigned. Yeah, you can join this army, why not? Okay, so I think at this point we can pretty much easily push toward Nuremberg. Oh dang! Those are two different fights. Haha! I had no idea. Well, but we're winning. Oh my god, look at that. They're completely out of supply. Yeah, support this. Support it like there's no tomorrow. Okay, they moved their units away, but now they reinforced. So we can keep doing this for now. Okay, I want to see, can you attack? No, you can't. There's nobody in this area? That's weird. No, you are in it, okay. Well, we could easily eliminate one Bürgerwehr unit, but and hardware seems worth it. What about you guys? Are you still drilling? Where are you? Yep, no. No green units there anymore. So this fight is looking good. Did the tanks join the fight? They did. They're not doing much though. Terrain minus 52%. Jesus. What kind of terrain is that? It's just a simple forest. Yeah, but the enemy is exhausted. Rojas wins elections. The expected 1964 Colombian elections scheduled after the lifting of the martial law have come to a close, and unsurprisingly, General Gustav... Wait, what? The expected 1964 Colombian elections, scheduled after the lifting of the martial law, have come to a close, and, unsurprisingly, General Gustavo Rojas Pinilla and his recently created Alianza Nacional Popular have won in a landslide. The results was predicted by both foreign and national observers, noting the lack of relevant candidates to stand against Pinilla. Taking power in 1962 coup, Pinilla managed to resist an attempt by the National Front to remove him, allowing him to focus on his domestic agenda, a wide set of progressive reforms that won great popularity with the common people. The regime has been consolidated by the general's victory, and the old political establishment has, in all likelihood, been relegated to the history books. Colombia no longer had used the liberal and conservative parties anyway. Okay, but what does that mean? Like, will they start unifying, or it's shattered? Unbelievable. Oh hey, we can get the next doctrine, spear points. The idea of Schwerpunkt must be drilled not just into our men, but into our generals too. We must make sure that all of our forces are ready, willing, and able to perform offensives at a moment's notice if the doctrine is to work as intended. So tanks get a 15% breakthrough bonus and free organizations. Armored personnel carry 10% breakthrough and free organization. And motorized variants 10% breakthrough and free 2 organization. Okay. 15% to tank is really a big thing. Okay, still fighting here. Still winning. But at what cost? Well, you know, I mean, I think we can easily push out this Bürgerwehr unit. They're not going to be able to do anything to us. And then we're going to start closing it. Oh! Croatia was already taken down? Italian authority. Yep. Ustaše defeated. Pardon me. The Italian Empire has announced that with the capture of Zagreb by Italian soldiers following Operation Teuta, the Ustaše rebellion in Croatia has been crushed, and the upstart regime will be reintegrated into the Italian Empire. Ustaše fighters are fleeing into the hills of Croatia to wage a guerrilla war on Italy, and it appears that Italy will have to maintain a significant presence in the nation for years to come. While the German Reich has publicly condemned this brutal repression of Croatian self-determination. Others breathe a sigh of relief that this ultra-nationalist organization has been crushed. Still, it appears that the dream of Croatian independence has been shattered. So wait, are you a puppet? Heavily associated state of the Italian Empire. Man, these statuses. Heavily associated state. I don't know how that sounds. Okay, why don't you guys help with this? I mean, seriously. Come on, go, go, go. It's one last dinky little motorized division. Okay, this is also looking good. What are we doing on fuel? Oh! No, fuel is increasing, what the hell? 3.3 thousand. Wait, our daily gain has dropped to 312. What's going on? The Committee of Liberation of the Peoples of Russia has conquered the Bashkortostan Republic. Bashkortostan Respublikahu in the struggle for the fate of Russia. The Muezzin sing no more. Quite recently I found about the fact that Bashkortostan or Bashkortostan, it has a number of different names and different pronunciations. Speaking about, and was kind of confused by it, to be quite honest. Oh, speaking about it, not with you guys, but I had a discussion about it with some of my Russian friends, how different it can get. Okay, we're consuming the fuel that we have saved. And, well, there's a drop in factories again. Oh, hey, wait, I forgot. We have the new fighters. We had the basic jet fighter. When will the next one be ready? 2.43 per month. Is this it? Can I see it here? Drag and drop the change priority. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to see when it's gonna be ready. But I think that might be it, even though it doesn't show me. Let's see if it increases. Yeah, okay. So we still have some time to do this. 56 days. Okay, so we have Nuremberg at our grasp. And these guys are still drilling. I really don't understand the trade that much. Fuel. Monetary value of the trade occurring in our nation. The import values are fixed, so we're exporting 10 fuel for one production. So if I do this, how would that change our situation? I don't think that's a good idea, because that seems like we're losing 52. Now we have what? That is so weird. The trade, I do not understand. Maybe someone can help me out with this auto balance just helps, but now we have 40 military factories. Oh yeah, and I can actually finally lower this. Okay, well, that saved some factories for us. Now we should have unused factories, right? No, we don't. Okay, well, never mind then. Man, this system, I know that, you know, they reworked it, but we have 3 production units. So now we have, yeah, we have 3 production units. So I can add let's put up the military factories, which means that we will have more of them. But what do we need? We need a bit more anti-air, we know about that. And I might want to start... Yeah, the attack helicopters are something that I want to do. Still, okay. Let's put one more on the attack helicopters, one on transport, one on scout. Because helicopters are amazing in this game. I know we haven't seen them yet, but they truly are amazing, trust me. Okay, you guys are almost done, which is amazing, because we need you. The Central Siberian Republic has conquered the People's Revolutionary Council in a struggle for fate of Russia. Their last thoughts were of home and the people they had loved. That's dark. Oh hey, Göring's Germany is here. And they are attacking Leipzig. So what would you know? We won't let that happen. Goodbye, my love. I have missed you, but we are not going to let this slide. So unfortunately this means that we need to take Leipzig as well. Because we need to put enough resistance against these guys. So it was Leipzig? Oh, it was! Damn it, I missed that. Oh, never mind. We should still get the event though. Okay, now can we push you guys out? Yeah, I'll be able to. So this offensive is not something that I would like. Yeah, the fall of Leipzig. Let's do that. Leipzig has fallen. The birthplace of Johann Bach has been the center of heavy fighting in the recent days. Martin Bormann's forces have been driven out of the culturally rich city, but at a hefty price. Germans from both sides lay strewn throughout what remains of the city. Though damaged, many of Leipzig's culturally significant buildings still stand. Oh, that's good news. Although heavy artillery bombardment has devastated the industrial parks, and many civilians wander the streets, digging through the rubble for lost loved ones. In the center of the city, over 300 men have created formidable holdouts in the monuments to the Battle of Nations. Though surrounded and low on supplies, it is expected they will surrender soon. Bormann has suffered a great defeat today. It remains to be seen if his loyalists will be able to recapture the strategically important city, or if it will remain occupied indefinitely. Okay, so now what we're looking at. Yeah, Bormann's Germany is struggling, but unfortunately this means that we do not have much of a choice but start pushing here. Unfortunately that's the case. So you guys stop, and we'll need to hit them while we can. This is really bad, and we'll have to move some of you guys into here. Take the rail. Okay, and with this, that means I can move you guys over there as well. Go get in there. So this will protect us, and you know, I wouldn't even mind if they would swoop through, because then a heavy cut through Dresden and south could actually mean a great encirclement of some of the enemy units. That might seem like not such a bad idea. Okay, and we haven't really, disrupt supply lines. Disrupt supply lines in Göring's Germany, as that is going to be important for us soon. So with that said, you guys, yeah, you are ready. So what I could do here is I could just take you. and try to do this without heavy support. Jesus Christ, 680 soft attack. Oh, wow. Okay. So if we try this, and then work the same, it does. Jesus. Okay. So our attack here is successful, even without fuel. Peron reclaims Argentine presidency. So is he now president? He is. Juan Domingo Perón. Okay. So Perón reclaims Argentine presidency. Juan Domingo Perón has unsurprisingly won a second term in an election held under a new electoral regime and constitution, both rammed down the country's throat by interim president Jose Emilio Vizca. Seconded by renowned non-entity Nicasio Sanchez Torranza, Perón reportedly won around 60% of the vote and the virtual totality of seats in Congress. His opposition, dispersed by the recent collapse of the Second Democratic Union, disputed the fairness of the election, which the candidate of the radical conservatives and socialist parties all spent in a jail cell. Nevertheless, all three of those parties participated, a fact which the new government has used to underline its legitimacy. He has returned. And on that note, we are going to end the episode here. In the next one, we are going to continue with the Fall Stettin, which will see us advance in this area, and we're going to monitor the situation here. I actually think that holding our line and letting Göring's forces to spill into Bormann's territory while we let these special forces train and then use them to swoop in and basically encircle or, cut off the invading Göring's units, that seems like a good idea. We'll see if that's gonna go, because I think that Bormann is pretty much done. We can continue pushing towards München in the south, but we need to be wary of the fuel, though it really looks like this is a done deal for us. Göring still has some forces, but considering our and theirs industrial potential, we should be fine. So, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next episode.